What's good, fam? It's your boy Ghetto. I'm back with another video, and as you know, stem separation is all the rage right now. We've got it in a lot of DAWs, we got it in a lot of softwares out there. You got Logic now, we got Serato, FL Studio, we have it in the MPC, as you already know. I know y'all got the stems from the MPC and waiting on standalone. As of right now, the fastest one on the market that I know of is Serato Studio. But what if I told you that I might have found something that's even faster than Serato Studio? If you're interested to know about it, follow me. All right, before we get into this real quick, I got a quick plug. I want y'all to know that Sweetwater and Zounds.com both support this channel. So if you're looking to get you some brand new gear in a matter of a few days with easy payment plans, go down there and click them links and check them out and tell them I sent you. Let's go. All right, now I have an empty project opened in the MPC, and the first thing I'm gonna do is find something to sample. Now, I don't know if YouTube is gonna let this fly or not. We'll see. Again, this is an empty project. There's nothing loaded in it, no plugins, no VSTs, nothing. Straight empty project. We're going directly to a sample. We're gonna sample some good stuff and then chop that sample up and do the whole process just like we normally would. We got our sample now, and we're just gonna keep it, go straight to the sample editor. Okay, so I decided already I'm gonna chop the sample up 2 different ways. So the first thing I believe I'm gonna do is duplicate this sample. All right, now we got the sample duplicated. On the first one, I'm gonna trim out this intro part. So that's all I need for the first one. I'm just gonna use this for an intro. So that's all we need right there. That can be the intro. Go ahead and convert that into a new drum program using slices, pad parameter. Boom. Now let's go to the second sample. And I know for a fact I'm going to cut out the beginning, and I just want to go to the downbeat. Here is where that ends. All right, so this is the sample that we're gonna work with. Let's go manual chops. We got our chops done. Let's convert it to a program. Add parameters. We can go to the main screen. All right, now that we got our sample chops, now we're gonna go ahead and start recording some of these sample chops like we normally would if we were chopping up a sample. Now, at this point, we got a little bit of vocal in there, not much. I maybe. All right, so now we got our sample laid out. I put some vocal chops in there on purpose just so I can have some vocal chops in this thing. Now, at this point, say we didn't use stems that comes with the MPC. We know that's a little time consuming anyway, but sometimes you just want to go through the sample and you think you don't need to chop it, and you decide later, oh my God, I should have used stems. Maybe I wanted to pull the vocal out, or I should have got rid of the bass or something like that. Well, this plugin I'm about to display will do that. Now, there are some caveats because this plugin is VST3. It is not natively compatible with the MPC software. It does have an audio unit that usually runs on Mac, but the audio unit will not open natively in the MPC software either. In that case, what we need is a VST wrapper that we can use to open up this particular plugin. This works for a lot of other plugins also that are VST3 and not compatible with the MPC. You can use a wrapper to open up any of these type of plugins. Now, there are two that I would recommend. One of them is called Wave Studio Rack, and it is free. And then the one that I'm going to show you today, which is called Blue Cat Audio Patchwork. I know a lot of y'all might be familiar with it. Now, since I have already messed with this plugin a little bit and had to open it up in Blue Cat Audio Patchwork, I did save it as a FX rack. And with the FX racks, you can use it to save plugins that are built into the MPC as well as VSTs. So you can save any combination of plugins. And not only that, when I open up Blue Cat Audio Patchwork, it's already going to have peel stems inside of that plugin, so I don't have to reload it over and over again. It'll open it up just like that, ready to go. So now let's go to my inserts on the MPC, and from there I'm going to go to my Save FX Racks, and it's right here at the top, and you can also see it on the screen right here, Peel FX. So we are going to load that. And notice I did that from the MPC, didn't use a mouse or anything like that to load it. I did use the mouse to point it out to you on the screen, but I didn't actually load it with the mouse. I used the MPC hardware unit. Now we have it loaded right here. The first thing I'm going to do is hit the pencil icon, and it's going to pop out Blue Cat Audio Patchwork on the screen. Okay, now that we have Blue Cat Audio Patchwork on the screen, you see it says Peel Stems right here. The beauty of Blue Cat Audio Patchwork and why I would recommend this over Wave Studio Rack is because it is extremely versatile. As you can see on Blue Cat Audio Patchwork, all of these empty slots. And with Blue Cat Audio Patchwork, you can actually load 64 VST instances inside this plugin and run them all at the same time. I probably wouldn't do that myself because that would be a bit overkill, but I have used a bunch of VSTs at once, especially effects VSTs, to process the sound in some extreme crazy ways. And let me show you real quick. So you can go right here to the columns, put it on 8 rows, and then go over here, put it on 8 columns, and it'll expand. Now you can put 64 plugins in all of these slots. You just click the plus icon, load VST or VST3 or audio unit, and select the plugin that you want, and boom, it's done. But right now we have Peel stems loaded, and let me put this back to 4. I could really have it on 1 because I don't really plan on adding anything else to this instance of LoopCloud Audio Patchwork. So we're going to hit this little icon right here, and it's going to open up Peel stems and put that on the screen. Now, Peel stems does work in real time, and it's faster than Serato. There's no loading time or anything like that. So let's go ahead and play it. Now let's see if we can pull the drums out. Pull out the bass. Other. Now, this isn't the cleanest vocal, but the advantage is that there's no loading time with this thing. Vocal is still coming through a little bit on this one. So that is a little bit of a flaw right there. The drums sound a bit washed out when they're by themselves. Now, another thing this plugin can do is it can isolate sounds even further. So you can draw a little square, and whatever is in that square will be isolated. So let's play the sample now. So as you see, as I move it around, it's isolating different sections of the sample. Now, if you click this, it will isolate the opposite. So it will mute whatever is in this box and isolate everything that's out of here. So let's try that. And that just bypassed the EQ. So let's flip it back around. You can also use it to kind of rebalance. All right, so that's pretty much peel stems. It works in real time. It's not quite the best stem separation algorithm, but if you need something in a pinch and you're in a rush, maybe you didn't use stems or you don't want to take the time to process it and you want to do something real quick, this might work for you. Now, I will leave a link in the description for peel stems if you want to try it out for yourself. Try it on some different samples to see if it sounds better on a different type of sample maybe. I don't know. I will probably have to experiment with it more myself as well. It's just another option out there in this stem separation battlefield that we are embarking on right now. I know a lot of people are still waiting on standalone stems in the MPC. We know that's coming eventually, but until then, we are getting a lot of other options popping up. And I will say this about the peel stem separation. I had to use a workaround to load it into the MPC software, but it does work a lot better in other DAWs. According to the manual, it works the best in Ableton and Reaper, but it does also work in Pro Tools and FL Studio. And you can also use it in Cubase, Logic, and Studio One, but you have to use some workarounds to get everything functioning properly, kind of like the MPC, but it works natively. You just have to do some extra stuff to get it routed correctly. That being said, I do think it's a nice tool that will come in handy, especially if you're in a pinch and you need to do something quick. Now, if you're looking for the best stem separation algorithm out there, this may not be the best choice, but if you're looking for something in a hurry that can kind of get the job done and maybe get something useful out of it, this might come in handy. It might be worth a try. That's all I got for this video. Until the next one, I'm out. Oh yeah, I did finish that beat a couple days later too.